Good morning. So it's coffee questions with Dakota once more, where I answer your question, however it might show up. So this question comes from Mubeen and Namaste Dakota. My question would be how to become aware of the unseen assistance and guidance that we receive during this tumultuous time of ascension. With the extreme high energies and confusion surrounding us, we often become oblivious to the assistance that we are receiving and constantly live our lives in fear, seemingly facing our fears alone and blocking ourselves to the signs of help that we receive on a daily basis and on a grander scale. This is a fantastic question and so relevant for right now in this period of time where we are really in the full movement of that ascension. The ascension began back, well, it's been kind of, coming to this for a very long time, but the harmonic convention or the harmonic convergence back in 1989 was kind of like the kickoff party for the ascension. I know you guys can't hear that, but there's this beautiful force of wind going from my left way up high, and it should be hitting right about now over here. And I'll tell you why that's relevant here in just a second. That's amazing to me. So the Harmonic Convention 1989, we've been going through this ascension for quite some time. And in 2012, the Mayan calendar ended. And what it ended was that patriarchal period of time that we've been in for so long where things were, it was very polarizing. It's black or white, right or wrong, left or right. And now we move into this new dimension of the feminine, the sacred divine feminine. And in that space, in that new paradigm, things become more of a paradox. So it's this and that. It is black and white, right and wrong. So right now, in 2017, we are in the middle of this transition, this transference of authority or, whatever you want to call it. When we are in the middle of this, it's like being in the eye of the hurricane. It's or being in the hurricane, really, where everything is just getting, upended. How many of you listening to this right now have had, I use the analogy of your snow globe being shaken up. Your whole world has just been shaken up over the last couple of years, and a lot of shifts and changes and, just things that you've gone through personally and emotionally and relationships and jobs, and that's all part of this transition. So during this time when it is so tumultuous, like Mubeen said, this is a crucial time to be connected to your own divine spirit, to be able to communicate with your spirit guides and your higher self and spirit as you see spirit. And so one of the things that I do, Mubeen, is I come out here. I come out here into nature and I sit and I get really quiet. A lot of times I bring my camera out here and I will sit here for 15 minutes before I film, just sitting and listening, connecting. And then I'll film some, and then I'll sit some more. And I'm always walking through these woods, especially this time of year until snow hits. And this is the most powerful place to be, to connect and get those messages in nature, because nature has been through this transition before many times, and it is the one solid thing that we have that can translate pure spirit. So when I'm out here, I'm watching, I'm listening, I'm feeling and smelling. And so when I heard that wind come across the trees like that, to me, that was a sign of, it's like a clearing is coming. Clarity is coming. when you are so in touch with your environment, wherever it might be, you begin to notice all the little nuances that change over time. Sometimes it takes weeks or months or years for something to change, and other times things change in a matter of a day. If you have a space where you are, where you can go to regularly, like pick one place and really get to know it well, get to know it intimately, become its friend, and watch how it changes, watch how it communicates with you. That and the communication comes in different forms. It could be, you know, the sound of a bird, or the sighting of a bird, or, you know, when I was walking up here, I saw the fresh tracks of a bear where he had or she had dug out of the ground something to eat. And so I watch for all these little signs, and I can tell you what tree has been down since the last time I was here. I can tell you all the little changes. And all of those tell me something. They tell me something about me, and they tell me something about what's coming and what Spirit is saying. For me, Mubeen, that is the greatest way to really connect with the messages and with your guides. And I don't want it to sound like you have to come out in nature every single time. I think nature is a great place to recharge, and it is by far the most powerful for messages. But you also get these messages when you are smack dab in the middle of a city on a crowded train or bus, and when you can start paying attention to all those signs. You overhear somebody's conversation and there's a message for you. You meet an old friend who you haven't seen in years, that's a message for you. You pay attention to this billboard all of a sudden, and that's a message for you. And you trip over a rock, that's a message for you. I mean, so there's messages all along the way. It doesn't matter where you are. But do try to find a place in nature where you can recharge at the same time and have a very pure message that comes from within. All right? I hope that helps. And so I'm going to end this and sit here for a while. I hear a blue jay right now. He's speaking to me. Okay. Bye.